Well, we all know social distancing is a critical part of containing COVID-19, but it may create negative emotions in some people, especially now during the holidays. I'm joined by Dr. Brian Bushman. He's a psychologist from Intermountain Healthcare's McCady Behavioral Health Institute to talk about how you can overcome some of those feelings, especially this year, Dr. Bushman, when people are not with their loved ones, their friends and family.
Thank you so much for letting me talk a little bit about this. It can be a very difficult time of the year, especially given everything that's gone on this year.
Tell me, Dr. Bushman, you have some tips. You're saying reduce access to the 3 A's. Let's talk about what those 3 A's are.
Well, first, a lot of us are involving ourselves in social media, either through Zoom or through Facebook, things like that. And I think it's important that we not get involved in things that are related to anger, alienation, or unfounded anxiety. So I think it's important to ask yourself before you click on a story or before you get involved in something, is this going to make me feel more lonely or less lonely? Is this going to make me feel more angry or less angry? Is this going to make me feel more anxious or less anxious? Obviously, there's some good anxiety if it gives us something that we can do. But if we're clicking on a lot of those stories, that's going to increase our sense of isolation and make the holidays a lot more difficult.
It's easy to get sucked into those stories and topics for sure. If we reduce those 3 A's, what can people do to replace them with?
Well, I think of two things. I think of the word absorption and awe. AWE. Now, absorption comes from the research of somebody named Molly Csikszentmihalyi, who talked about flow. Now, we think about athletes getting into the zone. Well, you don't have to be an athlete to get into flow. Doing things with your hands, hobbies, things of that nature that give you a sense of absorption in the moment is very healthy. And another thing that we want to do is we want to be involved in things that give us a sense of awe. Now, I think of awe as healthy smallness, an ability to be involved in something that gives us a sense of self where we are able to see ourselves in the grander scheme of things. So if you've ever looked into a telescope in the night sky and seen the universe, you know what I'm talking about here. So participating in activities, whether it's about nature, it's about people, it's religious activities that give us a sense of awe, can really replace that feeling of isolation that a lot of us have at this time of the year.
Really good points and good tips there, Dr. Bushman. However, if you still feel so alone, so isolated, please seek expert help. It is available. The number there is on your screen. We'll also have that telephone number and more tips for you on our website if you go to fox13now.com. Dr. Bushman with Intermountain Healthcare, thank you. Happy holidays.
You too. Thank you.